Oh yeah, oops. So for the actual touchable opacity, I need justify between for the icon. Justify between, I completely forgot to do that. And there you can see now the rides shifted over. Now when I click this button, I want to navigate to the next screen as well, right? So for this one, I actually want to do on press, right? For that button, I want to say on press equals, and what this will do is it will say navigation dot navigate, and we haven't actually imported this, which is why I can't see it, I don't think. And it's ride options card. So this will also take you to the next screen. Right, so now you can click on rides and it'll take you to the next screen as well. So you see that? You get a nice little rides as well as when you do this. So London, I've actually done London to London now, so especially. So if we do like London to Birmingham, you see? Now, okay, so now we're moving over to the ride option screen. So the really fun part now is where we calculate the total travel time, the total mileage, and in addition, we're also going to say what you want to ride in, Uber X, Uber XL, and Uber X. And I've actually implemented my own little custom pricing, which means that the further away you drive, the more it will charge you and so forth. And then we also have a third pricing parameter. So imagine, sometimes you're on Uber and you see that message where it says, it's actually quite busy at the moment, so they're offering surcharge. So I'm going to show you how to do that as well. Okay, so it's going to be fun, guys. All right. Nearly at 1.8k likes. Holy. All right, let's carry on. Wow. Okay. So for this one, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this screen. Okay. So this screen is actually going to be the ride options card, and this one is being rendered from the map screen under our second stack navigator, which is why I can swipe back and forth like this. Okay. So inside of ride options, I'm going to go ahead and set up a bunch of stuff now. Okay. So first thing is we're going to have a safe area view, because remember we have some area stuff that we don't want to mess it up. I'm going to import that in here, and sometimes it doesn't work properly, so there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to have at the top I'm going to have a sort of our own custom header. So I'm actually going to have a bit of text here saying select a ride. So let's go ahead and say select a ride. Okay. And this will be centered, and then we're also going to go ahead and center this out. So I'm going to say style, so tailwind, backtick, text, center, okay. Padding Y5, and text should be extra large. Okay, dope. Oh, nice, dude. Thank you so much, Storytime Web Design, $5 donation. Just signed up for the Skillshare class. Thanks for putting this content out there. Appreciate it. Massive thank you for that. And if anyone else wants free React Basics 101, second link in the description. Go and enjoy it right now for free. Right? It's gonna help you out, and I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much for that donation. All right, so let's do this. Boom, save. Okay, tailwind. Hey, it comes through. Nice. Right, so you can see select a ride. So if I do London, UK, boom. We're in London. We say, let's just say Scotland, UK. Okay, let's select a ride. Nice. We're on this screen now. Now as you can see that there's a slight background difference, white and grey. So I'm going to go ahead and change that as well. So here for safe area view, I'm going to say style should be tailwind, backtick, UG white, let's grow. Okay, and then now you can see that should, and just to prove, let's do 500. And there you go. Okay, there is it. Right. I'm gonna get paranoid about stuff. I like to make it look perfect. Right, so we got that. Now we're gonna do 1.8k done. Oh my goodness, it takes a little bit. Oh my god, that's insane. That is insane. Jay, if you're watching right now, holy. Oh wow. Let's carry on. Okay, so sick. All right, select the ride. So I'm going to go ahead, and we have the text up here, and I'm going to surround this actually in a view. I'm going to move this into a view, because on this one I'm actually going to have a touchable button. So I'm going to say touchable opacity, and this is going to be a button with an icon inside of it, which is going to be like a back sort of carrot, right? So it's going to have a back button, which is going to navigate back. Right, So touchable opacity, and that's going to have an icon inside of it. The icon is going to be chevron left from font awesome. So we just pop that in like so. Okay. And now you can see, and thank you. KGF, I just had a 3-hour call with a call center regarding website, and honestly think you're better in development than the whole team. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. I think we can hit 2,000 likes today. I really genuinely think we can hit 2,000 likes today. Guys, if you think we can do that, that would blow my damn mind. So let's do this, right? So at the top, I need my navigate, because you see we've got this nice little kind of carousel there, but I want it to, carrot, but I want this to kind of look a bit nicer. So this view should actually be styled out. Now, the way I need to do this is we have the icon, we have select a ride, and right now, actually, what I might do here is I might absolute position this, because I don't want to shift anything around, but I always want it in that spot. So what I'm going to do is for this touchable opacity, I'm going to say style equals tailwind, and absolute positioning, I think. So I'm going to do absolute, I'll say top should be 3, and I'm going to go ahead and say left should be 5. Let's hit save, and you can see. Let's wait for it to move. Touchable opacity style, absolute. Oh, oops, there we go, I messed that up. So it should be tailwind. Tailwind, there we go. And now you see it moves over a little bit. Nice. And then I'll do padding of 3, and I'll do rounded 4, because I don't know, yeah, I do want something there eventually. But when I click it, right, when I click this out, I actually want this to be, I want it to take me back, right? So in order to do that, what I do is I say on press, okay? So what I do is I say on press, and then I go ahead and say an arrow function, and I do navigation. So I know to do navigation, I need my navigate object. So navigation equals use navigation. And then here I'll go ahead and say this. And I can say navigation dot. And then here you can do can go back and all sorts of other stuff. In this case, what I'm going to do is very clever actually. If you do navigate to the previous card, it will handle it for you. So I'll say navigate, and then we're actually going to go back to the navigate card. So check this out. Now I can either swipe back, or I can click this. And right now, why is it not clickable? Let's have a look. Absolute top left 3, blah blah blah, padding around 4. Okay. And then we've got touchable opacity, BG flex grow, touchable opacity. Okay. Looks pretty good. Okay, there we go. So weird little fix there actually. I had I found, so it's a weird one. If you add it, if you don't have these curly braces, oh no, it was there, it wasn't nice. You don't need that, it was just a bit stuck. Okay, so now you can see here, I can click a little, so we've got our own custom header here. So you see, you can do it that way as well, right? Several ways of, fixing issues. Okay, so we need to render a list of cars that you can potentially, access and all that stuff. So how do I do that? Okay. Dun, dun. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and say for the flat list. So I'm going to actually have a flat list underneath now. So underneath select the ride. So underneath this view, I'm actually going to have a flat list. I'm going to import it. And this is self-load component. So similar to the exact flat list that we have used before. And here I'm going to say constant data equals. I'm going to have my sort of, data above. I'm going to check this over here. So this data is going to be UberX. So you see each one has a different ID, right? IDs just need to be unique. In this case, I have UberX 123, UberXL 456, UberLux 789. The title of each that's going to show UberX, UberXL, UberLux. The multiplier, this is going to be the cost multiplier. So for an UberX, it's going to be the normal cost. For an UberXL, it's going to be 1.2 times the cost. For an UberLux, it's going to be 1.75 because it costs more to get a luxury car, right? And then each of the images, I've gone ahead and saved you a bit of hassle, and you can go ahead and use that. Okay. So at this point, we've got the data. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the data through for the flat list. So we're going to say the data is here. Okay. And how do we actually render this data out? Okay. So I can have the key extractor firstly because we want to get our keys. And we're going to say the item ID is going to be the keys. Okay. And then for the rendering, this is where we say render item. And then for each one, remember we get the arrow function. where we return, hence the parentheses, and we destruct an item, and that item is going to be, you know, each of the things in that list. And then inside of here, what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and say a touchable. This is a bit where you got to pay attention. It's going to be a touchable opacity firstly. So touchable opacity. And this, I'm just going to go ahead and say text for now and say car. So now you can see like 3 cars rendered out on the screen. So we know something's working at this point. That's what I would say you should do. Right, we're close to 1.9k likes as well, guys. Smash the thumbs up if you're still watching. Hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying this. Keep on going. We're so close to the end now. Okay, so we've got the car. Okay, obviously I don't want to just say the car. I want to have an image firstly. So for the image, we've used an image before, so I'm going to go ahead and save us a little bit of time. Pop an image in here, and the style is going to be a width and a height of 100. The resize is going to be contained to keep the aspect ratio, and the source is going to be the image of the item. Now I don't want to do item.image. I'm going to destructure the item here. We'll say ID, title, multiplier, image, right? And if you are destructuring, but you still want the item, you can actually get the item still like that. So many of you may not know that trick, but you can still get the item if you do that. Okay, so you can destructure all the properties but still get the item. And for the image component, I'm actually going to import that from React. There we go. And let's go ahead and go from London to Scotland. Okay, and there you go. Got my cars. Nice. That looks pretty sick, right? Nice. This is looking good, guys. Looking good. We're almost at 1.9k likes. That is insane. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we've got these image tags, and then I'm going to have the actual sort of title. So UberX, UberXL, Uberlux, and so forth. So at this point, I'm going to have a view. And this view is going to have the text. So I'm going to have, so I'm going to show you a little Emmett trick. Rather than saying that, I can say view with text times by 2. And we get the little nice little snippet. And I'm going to say the title should go in here. Title should go in here. And then here, I just want to have, let's just say travel time, ... So we're going to estimate that afterwards. So we're going to have UberX, travel time, and here's a scrollable list. Okay. So for this view, I want to do the following. So firstly, for the touchable opacity, I want to style this up a bit because right now it doesn't look that good. I'm going to say style, tailwind. I'm going to say everything should be in a row because right now it's kind of in a column. So that looks better. But I want it to be in the center. So I say items center. And then it goes central. And I say justify the items between themselves. So justify between, save. And then you go. It kind of pushes it apart. Right? So at this point, what we can do is I'm going to say padding x of 10. Should be padding x of 10. Okay. Right. So it looks a bit strange at this point, but I'll show you why we do this and what we're going to be achieving when we have this, right? So this isn't the end all be all. Don't worry, the style will change. It's all good. Right. So padding x of 10. And then I'm also going to say, okay, so I'm going to show you afterwards as well. If you select it, how you can highlight the sort of selected option. I'll show you how to do that in a sec as well. Okay. So we've got the title, the travel time, and then we're also going to have the money aspect of it. Okay. So I'm also going to have a final text thing over here, which will say something like, just to say £99, but we want to make that dynamic afterwards. Right. So for this text, I'm actually going to make it a style, and this is going to be Tailwind text XL. So it's going to be a little bit bigger text XL. And this is why I like Tailwind. It's so fast to style. Right. Otherwise it will take ages if you're doing that normally. Now for this one, the other view, I'm going to pull that a little bit more left. So I'm going to give that a negative margin left. So Tailwind, negative margin left of 6. Pulls it a little bit more that way. Just a nice little tweak, I thought. Right. For the title, little style tweak here. Tailwind. I'm going to go ahead and give a dash and say text extra large. Text extra large. And I'm also going to give it a font of semi-bold. Font semi-bold. And then you can see, boom, we get a nice bigger option. Okay, looking good, guys. And okay, so looking thick. Right, so Sunny seems so tired. No, I'm good, dude. I am full of energy. We're nearly at 1.9k likes. I could not be more awake.